Is Ho-Oh one of the most underrated restricted Pokemon in Regulation G? Well, they ran an official poll this weekend at the Los Angeles Regionals, and VGC players found it to be number 2. Spoiler alert, Lunala was number 1. Check the channel later this week. But Ho-Oh is a very interesting pick. It's a pretty iffy typing, fire and flying, but it gets some pretty powerful physical attack stab moves in its move pool to go with that. Couple that with an awesome ability in Regenerator, but the necessity to hold Clear Amulet in an Intimidate saturated format. And can ORTHWORM help with an Earthquake synergy strategy? Maybe. We're going to find out today. I hope you think the team looks fun. I've had a lot of fun using it, and we're going to have some more fun using it today. Like, comment, subscribe, and let's hop into some battles here, shall we? Going up against a Shadow Rider here. Now, Shadow Rider did just win the Los Angeles Regionals this weekend. This is looking like it might be the team. Unfortunately, the final, there were some really cool teams that made it far. The final teams in the final were kind of standard, boring-ish. Shadow Rider actually itself has fallen pretty far in usage. It was like the 6th, I think, most popular restricted in Los Angeles. So weirdly, Shadow Rider might be the most underused Pokemon on this team. That's certainly not the case in the ranked ladder, because it's a good way to get easy wins on ranked, best of 1. But yeah, in competitive, it was like Shadow Rider versus Ice Rider, I think, was the final. I think. Maybe it was a Miraidon, actually. I can't remember. Anyway, let's go up against this team. Obviously, we have to be able to deal with this, and Tinglu is a really great way to do so. It's probably Water Urshifu and Grass Urshifu, or Grass Rillaboom, obviously, as opposed to Water Rillaboom. And so that's the thing that I have to be careful about, which is why Ogerpon probably also needs to come. So this might not be an ORTHWORM game. I'm going to lead with you. We're going to bring Bullcut in the back and Reveal as well. Doesn't feel like a game where ORTHWORM gets me a ton, to be honest with you. ORTHWORM is really fun in games where, and hopefully we can get him into a game at some point in this video, because I'd like to put him on the thumbnail. But it's really fun against teams that you can tell aren't going to have like fake out pressure, or aren't going to try and set Trick Room turn 1. Or actually, it's pretty good in Trick Room turn 1, because you can just get somebody behind a sub and then try and stall Trick Room from there. But they're going to lead with these two. Ooh, it's like sunset. This is kind of picturesque for Ho-Oh here. We're just going to fake out the Urshifu slot. If they have Protect, I'll be sad to go for Brave Bird, but getting rid of the Urshifu would be massive for me. They're just going to swap it out. That tells me they're choiced. Otherwise, Protect is an awesome play there, turn 1. And they're going to give me the Rillaboom. I'll get rid of that thing too, hell. Don't mind that. They just Bleak Wind turn 1. They're going to drop Mienshao to its Sash. They know what's up. They know this thing has Wide Guard. But we're going to Brave Bird straight through that Rillaboom. Always feels good to see the monkey get dropped in 1 hit. Technically 2, I guess. And if we switch Ho out, we can actually earn ourselves back some HP. Here comes the Cali, actually. They might Protect and Tailwind on this turn. I think I'm going to call that. Well, yeah, I think I'm going to call that because I'll feel really dumb if I don't I think I have to Wide Guard. Because if they just click Astral Barrage and Tailwind, I will feel so stupid not going for a Wide Guard here. And Wide Guard does protect me from Bleak Wind killing me as well. There's also a pretty good chance that they just Draining Kiss the Mienshao and go for Tailwind. Regardless, let's get Ogerpon in. It would not be the end of the world if what happens here is that I get Ogerpon in here for free because they go for Tailwind, Draining Kiss, and then on the next turn we get Tinglu in. I don't think we're going to catch him on this, but this is a nice safety play. There's the Draining Kiss. It looks like they're not going to Tailwind either. But the Wide Guard will protect me from Bleak Wind. Even post-mortem. Cool. I think I'm going to go Ho-Oh here and then swap Ting-Lu in hard. Yeah. We get a little bit more HP back with Ho-Oh this way. I don't think that Ting-Lu had a ton to do offensively on this turn, so just bringing it in defensively here does what I needed to do, which is just like, let's get Ting-Lu in. It also prevents them from wanting to just Draining Kiss that slot because they see the Ting-Lu. Right now I'm kind of teasing that I didn't bring it. Ogerpon, we might have to Tera Water and get rid of our Water Absorb, which is a bummer, but maybe necessary here. Do I have to do this yet? I think if Bleak Wind comes through, I'm screwed. But Ho-Oh doesn't have the best matchup against Urshifu. This is the scary thing about Shadow Rider, is like at any point a well-placed Protect on the Shadow Rider can just like end your life. And I'm putting so much stake into this play right here where I'm trying to catch them on not being able to deal a ton of damage to me right now. But if they just Protect, they stop me from being able to surprise them with that. And then they just Protect, Tailwind, Bleak Wind, Astral Barrage next turn. Still do a ton of damage. This is a welcome special defense boost I'm getting here. Also note that this Ogerpon is... did I make it adamant? I made it a little bit slower than normal. There's the Protect. It's a little slower than normal so that Mienshao can outspeed it and coaching it. Doing very, very little there, though, these two. Okay, we don't mind that. We don't mind that. All right. They have still not Tailwinded, and that is egregious to me. I think I'm just going to Snarl and Horn Leech this slot. I have the Grassy Terrain down so I can do a little bit more damage than I normally would. If the Urshifu wants to switch in here, let it be so. If they Tera, we're still doing neutral damage here. That's not going to change anything. Tera Fairy. Yerp. They're trying to get damage on the Ting-Lu. They nasty plot right in front of my Salad, so we're going to try and punish that. Bleak Wind's going to miss Ogerpon. Fantastic. That's what I want it to miss. And that's some good damage there. I'm not mad at that. Ivy Cudgel would have done more, but we get some HP back that, I think is a welcome trade. Special attack's going to drop them to now being at only +2. Which is still terrifying. But it's only +2. Yep. And now we Snarl. I think I just Horn Leech again, because really the Tornadus doesn't have, like, what is it doing? That's going to get some good HP back for them. Is it an... Oh, man, that got so much HP back. Probably should have cudgeled. Bleak Wind's going to miss Ogerpon again. My slippery little Ogerpon. Ah, should have Ivy Cudgeled. But now they're just a +1. I'm going to bring out Ho-Oh. It's going to resist the Draining Kiss, and I can simply Ivy Cudgel that slot. Torn's going to switch out here. Okay. They just go for Astral Barrage now. That's a strange play, actually. I mean, it worked out for them well, but, like, I don't even know that Ting-Lu would have dropped to a +1 Astral Barrage there. On this next turn, I think that I just double into the Urshifu. There's a chance that if they hit their Bleak Winds and go for the correct... Like, I don't think that I, like, try and redirect or anything silly like that. I think I just double into the Urshifu slot. They can't Tera it. They just set Rain Dance. Fine. You're going to die to something here, and we are pretty sure that you are... Scarf, right? Or choice to probably Scarf. So I don't think that they, like, survive this on 1 HP here. Do I die to Brave Bird Recoil? Hope not. Because Bleak Wind's now 100% accurate. Nope, we survived that. We'll die to one now, but... Any chance my Ho-Oh outspeeds their Torn? I don't think so. Ho-Oh is base 90. Yeah, that's not going to do it. Unless they're like a specially defensive set. Even then, they might outspeed me. Torn is base 111. So my best play here, I think, is just to protect and... That's not a great endgame for me. Torm was doing nothing all game offensively, and then all of a sudden... I guess it dropped my Mian Shao. That was pretty important for them. And now all of a sudden, it's probably going to win them the game. Ting-Lu's gonna eat some Bleak Winds here, and I guess it could potentially come down to... Like, it could come down to if I can stall Bleak Wind and then Bleak Wind misses a bunch. Maybe I should have double protected there on Ho-Oh. Yeah. Yeah, we're just going to run out of fuel here at the very end. I'm not mad about how I played, but I think honestly my biggest mistake was not disrespecting the Torn. The biggest mistake was not going for Ivy Cudgel in that turn that I Horn Leeched into the Calyrex slot, because they got a whole other turn of Calyrex after that. They're still doing very little to me. If I could just keep snarling and get like a crit on a snarl, and I think this is the last turn of Rain Dance, right? Ooh. Does one more snarl do it? Hold on. Rain more rain. If they miss their Bleak Wind, I think I win. And this thing's been missing Bleak Winds all game. Does that mean that they're due for a hit? Oh my god, Ting-Lu lived it. Who's running out of fuel? Who's running out of fuel? Not Ting-Lu. Not me. Never mind. I didn't make any mistakes. Perfect game. Good game to my opponent. All right. We have a Clefairy, Shadow, Cali, Rider team. Clefairy went crazy at LA this weekend, so can't say I'm shocked to see it. Though I don't hate my team against it. I think I have some good options here. In fact, I love that Ho-Oh resists Rillaboom, is immune to Earth Power. Urshifu's a different... Urshifu's a different story, but... I think I kind of want to try ORTHWORM in this game, too. Maybe ill-advised, but... Let's try you and you. With Ho-Oh, obviously. And then it's like, yeah, like I want to have both you and you. Because how am I going to get rid of the Urshifu if not? But yeah, like ORTHWORM shouldn't be coming here. But I'm going to bring it. Anyway. For you. Yeah. Yep. What I like about this is that if they do bring the Landorus, which they probably won't even do, right? Like, what do they have need for Landorus for against this team? Yeah, never mind. I was just going to say, like, I have a lot of ground immunities. Torn and Ursh are my leads that I'm going up against. And so I fake out the Urshifu and I go for the Shed Tail, trying to get in the Ho-Oh. Torn is far more likely to be Covert Cloak. So fake out into the Urshifu feels safe. Maybe we can scout to see if it is no. They just go for Rain Dance. Understood. And I am out. We are going to have to burn our Tera on the Ho-Oh, which is a bummer. I'm going to swap Mienshao out hard here, actually, because I'm going to read the Tailwind. We'll just bring ORTHWORM back in. I'm going to read the Tailwind and the Surging Strikes. I'm going to Grass Tera. I'm going to Brave Bird, kill the Urshifu. If they Bleak Wind and I turn into a Grass type, that sucks. I might still live all the hits, though, because we're at full HP with a max HP Ho-Oh sitting behind a sub, which you rarely see. You rarely get to be behind a sub at full HP. So even if the Bleak Wind moves first here, which I still think that Ursh would move first, I think we take all the hits of Surging Strikes, and like we probably just, this first one probably drops my sub. No, it didn't. Okay, great. Great. That's going to break the sub. And now we see one more. They are definitely going for Bleak Wind now, by the way, because the Torn hasn't moved yet. No regrets, though. ORTHWORM speed drops. Oh, no. Urshifu's gone, and that is the biggest threat to Ting-Lu gone. Now, Rillaboom is also an issue for Ting-Lu, of course, and I can't Tera anymore. But at least Ho is like a decent answer to that, and my guess is that they also, just like the Landorus, might have been scared away from bringing the... I think I just heavy slammed the Calyrex. Might have been scared away from bringing the monkey. Let's bring Ting-Lu out. Now is definitely the time. I don't think it saves me from an Astro Barrage, but Calyrex is kind of like to get funky too. Like they might have just gone for Nasty Plot or something. We still don't know where the Sash is, so it's not a bad thing to break the Sash. They're going to taunt me even though I'm clearly at below half HP, as indicated by the yellow color of my health bar. They just dropped me anyway. You were fine. I'm going to go into Ho-Oh. Protect for a turn while I snarl. Draining Kiss into the Ting-Lu would be a pretty good option for them. But I think I'd love to protect Ho-Oh, maybe even switch it back out hard once I know what their motive is on this turn. They do just go for another Astral Barrage. They might be locked into that. I don't see a ton of choiced Calyrex shadows. It's not impossible though. Ting-Lu absolutely eats that like a monster. We're gonna miss the Calyrex with the Snarl. That absolutely sucks. That sucks. That sucks. Okay. Now in a very awkward position. I want health back for my Ho-Oh. But the Calyrex is still at +1. I can maybe bank on Mienshao being able to come in here and them switching up their moves and maybe going for the Draining Kiss this turn. And that awards Mienshao not dying because I'll just pop my Sash on the Bleak Wind. Maybe now that they see that I'm going for Snarl. Okay, they are switching out. Great. Mienshao did come in for semi-free. And the Rillaboom is revealed, so I'm glad that I'm saving my Ho-Oh, for sure. They just protect Callie. Cool. So, Mienshao literally came in for free there. That's crazy. How you gonna let that happen? Cool. So I can fake out Rillaboom now. And Snarl. I get one. Ho-Oh might have to be a big boy and come in, take a hit on this next turn, but we'll see. Callie just protected, so we know that it's not anything... It's not choice like I was sort of guessing it might be. In fact, they've not taken any damage yet on the Callie, right? So I think that might even confirm that it's... that it's Sash. Nasty Plot, not awesome to see. For sure, not awesome to see. Oh boy. Doesn't feel like I'm in a good spot, but at all. Because Snarl's not even going to catch up to the Calyrex as far as... I think I need to start bulldozing to try and make it slower, but I'm a max HP Ho-Oh. Like, that's not even really going to... And I probably just die to a Wood Hammer before I can even get the thing off. They just knock off. Maybe covering for the switch on Ho-Oh. Man, and if that thing is sashed, it is just staying at full HP. Oh no, did we just see lefties? I think we just saw lefties in the Calyrex, actually. Interesting. And I just have no way of hitting. Like, Mienshao can't even hit the Calyrex now, even though it's technically, I think, maybe faster than the Calyrex. I gotta switch in Ho here at some point. I think I gotta bank on the fact that they're gonna be expecting a wide guard coming out from Mienshao, so they don't click Astral Barrage, which saves Ho-Oh this turn, but next, like, at what cost, gang? Ho eats a Grassy Glide. Close combat into the Rillaboom does a decent amount, actually. Well done, Mienshao. And they do just Draining Kiss the Mienshao. Okay, okay, okay. I've never whistled blowing out like that. That's the first time, and I caught it on camera. That's pretty cool. If nothing else comes out of this battle, that was pretty cool. I think I just got to go for it. I think I just got to go for it here. I got to use the Ting-Lu's Vestal of Ruin to just hope that it helps me survive whatever the Calyrex goes for. The Calyrex is at +3. That's horrifying. And they know that I can't Wide Guard anymore, so it's definitely Astral Barrage, right? Rillaboom's going to switch out. Torn comes in. Insult to injury, they're just going to protect their Calyrex. So they're going to get an extra turn here. Where they can really just set it up and ensure that they get Bleak Wind and Astral Barrage if they want it. Maybe they want Tailwind because they're concerned that the Ho-Oh would outspeed the Calyrex at -1. That's a pretty good call, actually. It's not the case, you know, like Ho-Oh's not going to kill. Or not going to outspeed. It's Adamant max HP. So you can, like, coaching it and stuff. I do think I have to Brave Bird the Calyrex now, though. This is a sticky game. I'm finding myself in sticky games using this team, if I'm honest with you. It's fun that you can, like, switch around and that there's so much pivoting that happens on this team and things that benefit from, you know, switches and whatnot. But switching means you're not attacking. And that's an issue, for sure. Snarl's going to miss the Torn there. Okay, we dropped the Calyrex. That's cool, at least. Something to hang our hats on. A Woodhammer's going to drop their Rillaboom maybe at this HP into the Ting-Lu, so... Like, it could come down to a Bleak Wind miss. Which is what I thought the last one was going to come down to, so... That doesn't feel great to say, but it is true. We're currently getting Grassy Terrain recovery, and we can dodge a Fake Out here, so I definitely just protect with Ho-Oh. I'm going to give my chances 1 in 10 of winning this game. Not 0, but 1 in 10. They just Bleak Wind. There's also the chance my opponent just hits a disconnect. They speed drop. So they're going to U-turn, actually, off of the Ho-Oh slot. Hold on. Snarl's going to miss. The Tornadus would be at -3 now if I could hit it with a Snarl. Not great. Okay. Okay. -3 next to Ting Lu. We saw it in the first game. I would like to see how much damage a -3 Bleak Wind with Vessel of Ruin active does to a Grass-type Ho-Oh. We might not get to see it, but I'd like to see it. I just Sacred Fire the Rillaboom. They drop my Ho-Oh to a Bleak Wind. Yeah, this one's gonna play out by the books. U-turn, gonna do a massive amount to Ting Lu here. Snarl's not doing enough to Rillaboom to be able to it's definitely an Assault Vest Rilla. Yeah, okay. That game ended pretty much how I thought it was going to. Again, I'd love to see if I'd hit those Snarls into the Tornado slot. But, you know, I think also a pretty big part of my win con was maybe them missing a Bleak Wind into Ho-Oh, so expecting all of my Snarls to hit while also needing them to miss is, like, not an awesome win con. And I'm aware of that. I just want to say I'm aware of that. Good game to my opponent. A Kali Shadow team. I feel like I don't see a ton of Kali Shadow with Chien-Pao, but that's what we're looking at. Okay. You know, I haven't brought Fluttermane yet. But it feels like it might be a pretty good Pokemon. Here. If only because the Chien-Pao threatens Ting Lu. So I almost feel like I can lead with you and with you. We're going to bring Fluttermane as a surprise in the back, along with, I think, what needs to be the Ogerpon, just because of the Urshifu. And it kind of depends on what comes up against Chien-Pao first, whether it's the Ogerpon and I need to Terra Water it to full resist an Ice Spinner or whatever, and or if the Fluttermane faces it and I need to Terra Fairy to resist a Sucker Punch. All right. I think they could just double Fake Out here into Ho-Oh just to make sure they get the Fake Out. I'm going to Fake Out the Incin and go for the Brave Bird into this slot. It's really just a, you know, we're guessing here what's going to go for what. Yep. There's that Fake Out. There you go. Bang, bang, bang. Okay. All I do here is just close combat the Incin. And again, Brave Bird you. There's not a ton that my opponent can do to stop this besides just switch around. They can obviously go into the Calyrex easily into the Incin slot, but how much are you willing to risk me reading that? This is very, very easily a close combat here. I feel like honestly, like Incin and Rillaboom is a weird lead for them. They're going to burn their Tera now. And it's going to be the Boom. And their Water Tera Boom. CC is still going to kill. So we like that. Well done, Shen Yun. Brave Bird's going to do a lot, but it's not going to kill anymore. Actually, after a Woodhammer recoil, it might. It might now. Actually, that wasn't a ton of recoil, because I guess Mienshao doesn't have a ton of HP. Okay. Here comes the Calyrex! Yay! I'll still get the Wide Guard here, because Grassy Glide and Wide Guard should be on the same speed tier, and Mienshao will be faster than the Rillaboom. I think I just got to break the Sash, right? And kill the Rillaboom, which might seem impossible, but what I can do is I can Wide Guard, and I can EQ. And even though they have the grassy terrain up, I think this will drop the Rillaboom from where it's at, and it'll break any potential Sash on the Cali. They actually Grassy Glide Ho-Oh there. That's interesting. And they do attempt the Astral Barrage. Good for you. But now we're going to see some cool synergy where Wide Guard will actually protect the Mienshao from my own Earthquake as well. Let's drop the Rillaboom here. That would be absolutely fantastic. Please. Alright, I guess there's nothing stopping me from doing that again. I'm banking on the booster energy Fluttermane in the back being my answer to Cali. I haven't had a Tera yet, so even if the fourth Pokemon they have is the Chien-Pao, we should still be able to make that happen. And what I like right now is that Ho is resisting the Grassy Glide and the Draining Kiss, which is their only options as far as attacks into the Ho slot are concerned. Or sorry, non-spread moves that can hit Ho right now. So we will get rid of the Rillaboom here. Thank God. And even though it's not doing a ton to Calyrex, we're keeping them out of potential Focus Sash range. Because they keep going for Astral Barrage, I could maybe try to believe that they are choiced, which obviously does hurt my Fluttermane strat. I'm going to keep Wide Guarding, okay? I can go right into Ogerpon here super easily. Now is the time to... Oh, you know what? Does Aqua Jet into Mienshao maybe stop me from getting the Wide Guard up and then open up Ogerpon to a punishing Astral Barrage? No. Or they didn't go for Aqua Jet. They went for Solo Expanding Force. Interesting. So they did switch up their moves. We know that they're not choiced. But they do Surging Strikes. Cool. Okay, well, we know that they don't have any Pokemon in the back. I think Fluttermane can just come out here, and it's super safe next to... I am max speed Fluttermane. Yep. I just Tera Fairy. We know that they already Terra'd, so I can Shadow Ball here. And I can follow me here, and you cannot hit my Fluttermane with the Surging Strikes. Actually, Fluttermane moves first no matter what's happening here. But this covers for if they protect with the Calyrex for one turn and go for Surging Strikes. Because in that situation, we will still have Fluttermane and Ogerpon next to each other against the Calyrex and the Urshifu next turn. Yeah, I think this is still the safer play. We move first. My opponent's going to realize that Tera for their Calyrex is way more important than Tera for their Rillaboom. And the Surging Strikes works perfectly. Let's go. Moonblast now, plus Horn Leech. Let him Surging Strikes. We'll outspeed. Whew. All right. You know. You can try to make all the weird teams you want, and then sometimes you still end up using Fluttermane and Ogerpon. But hey, that's what competitive Pokemon comes to sometimes. Good game to my opponent. That is going to be it for this Ho-Oh team. Thanks again for clicking on this video in the first place. If you enjoyed it, you can use the rental code PokePaste in the full team breakdown, always linked in the description. Come by for a stream sometime, Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I battle against the chat, I go on the ranked ladder, do all different kinds of stuff over there. So I'd love to see you in a stream sometime soon. And while you're at it, if you haven't subscribed, you should, or click on one of these other videos that should now be hovering around this very face.